in Vishwakarma Institute of Information Technology from Pune, and most of the students are from mechanical department, and we form the Mechanical Engineering Students Association here. And today with us we have Professor Ajay Kale. He's our faculty member from our college from mechanical department.
Okay.
And students, I would like to introduce Mr. Shailesh Vilankar with you. Mr. Shailesh Vilankar is a senior vice president in the field operations in Schindler India and is a part of Schindler India management team since 2015. He is from Mumbai itself and has completed his electronics engineering from VJTI Mumbai in 1994. Immediately after his graduation, he joined Bharat Bijli Limited. He worked in elevator technical training department for almost 6 years and then switched his domain into HR activities. After working for almost 6 years in HR domain in Bharat Bijli itself, he had an opportunity to work in elevator sales department of Schindler in Navi Mumbai. With his vast experience and his charismatic skills, he climbed up in Schindler to become the branch head of Navi Mumbai, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Nagpur division in the year 2008. And he did not stop there. He shifted to Noida to monitor Schindler operations across Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Himachal, and Uttarakhand region. And currently, he is the member of management team since 2015. So a very, very warm welcome, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Akshay. In fact, you took me to the history. In fact, after a long, long time, I heard about myself of my long duration, almost 25, 26 years of career. And thank you for the entire VIIT team to provide this platform to me on a very special day of Engineers Day.
Yes.
So thanks once again. And thank you, Ajay for being present for this session. So I would not take maybe much time and I will directly start. Is that okay?
Yes, sure, sir. You can start.
So I think while Akshay, you have given my background to all the students, I would like to start that. So my entire 25, 26 years of career and current situation, we never came across. And that's the reason my title of my short topic is Leading in Crisis. And I think we are very fortunate. In fact, even you guys are very fortunate that we get to actually came across such a issue. We have seen recently demonetization. Suddenly, every note was actually out of the currency. We saw RERA, and today we are going through the COVID crisis. I think a mostly impacted field is construction field of all these three issues. When demonetization happened, when RERA came into control, and current COVID impact, I think we have seen maximum impact on the entire construction industry. And I am part of Schindler, which we are into elevators and escalators. I think we closely deal with construction industry. And there, I think I would like to talk much more about how we dealt through this entire crisis, how we came out of this crisis, or what are the action plan we immediately put on place to lead into this crisis area. And in fact, I was talking to one of my friends, and he just joked me like, we have seen everything. We have seen Kargil war, we have seen Uri attack, we have seen demonetization, RERA, now this COVID. Only dinosaurs are left now. If we say that, I think we are absolutely okay. That now we are okay to go to heaven. That we have seen everything in life. So I think with that, I will speak crisis. And when crisis terms actually, when we hear about crisis, I think most important part is how gently, how efficiently you are able to understand the impact. If I just go maybe 5-6 months back in the history, I think when we heard about this corona thing from other part of the world, I think every Indian, including we also in Schindler India, were very confident that nothing is going to happen in India. Because we have temperature ranging from 10 degree to 50 degree. And we were damn sure that Corona, and that time, I think, fortunately, we were having summer. So we were just waiting that March, April, May, while other world will be suffering, but nothing is going to happen to Indians because we are very tuned to. Maybe that's one of the mistake which any organization, any individual, any group does while handling the crisis, that we don't foresee, we don't anticipate, and then it's sudden change in the life. If I look at the corporate crisis recently, I remember maybe in a span of 5 to 7 years, I two things which comes to immediately in my mind. One is crisis handled by Nestle when their Maggie had issues recently, and the other one was with chocolate, Cadbury. So they had this insects being found on the Cadbury chocolate. I think both the companies immediately had a crisis activation team in place, and they were able to immediately counterattack. They were immediately able to win the trust of the customers and could very effectively could come out of this crisis. That exactly maybe do not happen this in this case when we were discussing about Corona. Approximately impact overall impact on the construction business is around 30 to 35% is what we see on a holistic view across all India. Before we go into exactly what we did and how we handled, I think let's have a quick understanding about what exactly is crisis. According to Wikipedia, it's an event which can lead to any unstable, dangerous situation affecting individual, group, community, or entire society. In this case, it was absolutely entire society, entire country, and it can bring negative changes in security, economical, political, social, and also environmental affairs. We can see the way it is impacting current lives. I think many have lost their jobs, so it's a clear impact on the job security. It's a clear impact on the take-home salaries. It is an impact on the overall social emotions. So I think we could see all these things into this Corona pandemic, what we are going through, and little or no warning. I won't say it was no warning. We had a warning. Maybe we were not prepared, and it's a testing time or an emergency event. I think everybody will agree. While if I look at currently today, every Indian has become a khatro ke khiladi. So while the situation which was maybe 3 4 months back, I don't see now. If I am staying in Mumbai and I see absolutely everybody back to normal, and people are that way traffic, the way people are the way people are traveling. Unfortunately, social distancing is not maintained to the extent what we need to. But people are fed up of this testing time, and they just do go want to go out of the house. In fact, I am a kind of person, because I was handling all India operations. Every week I used to travel. So my every month my plan was there that maybe 4 days at south, 4 days in east, 4 days in north, 4 days in western Pune or Gujarat or Ahmedabad. But nowadays, I think last 5.5 months almost, I'm stuck at my home. So lot of changes mentally, physically, lot of increase in stress. So how to handle this? I think the best way what we did, Schindler as a company, when we after the first lockdown, I clearly remember we understood the impact that it is not that easy what we thought initially, and we immediately put all the crisis management team at all the locations we are operating. So currently, Schindler India operates into 21 branches and 17 areas across India. So we have almost 40 touch points in different regions. So from those touch points, I think we built a team which was COVID crisis management team, and we got to know. In fact, initially we used to have an alternate basis. We used to have a call with these people, understanding what is the gravity of the situation and what is the support they need from us as a management team at head office. Immediately, entire PPE kits, that is personal protective equipment kit, was bought out because we are into elevators, escalators. So we have our team who's installing lifts or escalators down in the field, or we have team maintaining those units in the field. So we have residential societies, we have commercial offices, we have airports, we have metro stations, we have theaters. So all those places where we want to provide a maintenance service, our technicians, our engineers were out in the field. So all that immediately PPE kits were arranged to the tune of a large investment immediately we had to make, to the tune of 2 to 3 crore, I think was spent initially to arrange those PPE kits for every employee. So getting data is what most important, and the reliable data is what most important handling any crisis. Seek credible information. That is what we exactly do. Use appropriate communication channel. While in this 5 6 months period we were not able to meet the actual employees, we effectively use the digital platform like what we are doing currently. I think earlier I used to go to various colleges either for recruitment or for conducting these kind of sessions. Nowadays, all these sessions are happening online. So we also effectively used this online platforms, and not only for our employees. In fact, the best part, what we have seen during this 5 months, I think we were more closer to our employees' families also. So till maybe pre-COVID era, we were only used to be in touch with our employees. So we Schindler India currently has more than 5,000 employees, and we were in touch with all these 5,000 people. But in during this period, I saw a huge amount of uh, activities being carried out. HR, especially, they took the lead, and we also involved the employees' families for such activities. Painting competition, even singing competition, and also a lot of um, personal activities carried out by HR, where employees' families were also participating, and they could also got to know about more about Schindler as a company. So that was the best part, which I feel which happened during this 5 months period, and that's something which I feel personally Schindler had a upper edge, because even I actually had a one sutra for this 3 or 4 months of period when I was stuck at home, and that sutra called as 555. In fact, I also mentioned that on my LinkedIn platform. This 555 means every day I used to be in touch with 5 customers across India. So customers like Lodha, Kalpataru, Rustomjee, MR, NBCC, Brigade, Embassy, Prestige. So everywhere from south, west, north, east, I used to call at least 5 customers, understanding what are their challenges, what they are doing, and how they see a business in this pandemic area. I used to call 5 of my employees. So as I mentioned, we have 5,000 people. So every day I used to call 5 engineers, ranging from field technician, my customer engineer, group leader, managers, even branch managers, and also regional vice president. And then one I missed during this period is I never used to be in touch with my family, honestly. Entire my 25, 26 years, I've spent completely for the organization I work for. So during this period, I also got a lot of free time for me, myself, and my family. So I used to also call 5 of my friends or relatives, or my family, or my family from my family circle. In fact, I still remember the first call which I made to my sister, my real sister, and she was kind of surprised. What happened? I said, nothing. I just called you. Why? I said, why means what? I just called you. How are you? Is there any impact? And she was taken by surprise. Something has gone mad with my brother, and why he has called me. So this is something, a real relationship I learned during this crisis. In fact, my daughter is also of your age. She's almost 20, 21 years old now. The time I got to spend with her during this period was amazing. So I think missed a lot of on my personal front, which I could get back during this pandemic area. So again, this is what I'm mentioning about communication. And during this communication with employees' families, we also mention what as an organization we are doing. So what are the change in the policies? What are the change in terms of targets? How we are going to lead this? What are our action plans? I think every month we conducted town hall across all the branches, all the regions, and there was a clear-cut message passed on down the line. So I think team also, the employees, not only again employees, their families were also extremely clear how Schindler, what is the action plan, what are the targets, what are the changes. So we honestly, we do not have any salary increase this year, but it was communicated very clearly, effectively, even to employees' family, that why we are doing this. And I think because of that, the kind of acceptance we got from the employees, the kind of support we got from the employees was one of the best I have seen in my entire 25 years of my career. We were present, we were visible, we were available 24 by 7. And this is where, as a leader, I want everybody of you also to understand. Being leader on top is not only about your leadership skill, but how you take the entire team along with you. And crisis is the best time. Crisis don't create characters. It basically reveals the character in you, and not you as a person, but also as a company. And I think we were the best to handle this crisis period compared to the competition or even any other companies we I can see currently. And then it was not only about leading on the current times. Then we also thought about what if if this gets extended. The initial lockdown we thought initially was only for about 15 days, 21 days. After even 5 months, we still see some extension in some parts of the country. So we thought, what if this gets extended, and what if our employees also gets impacted? In fact, even within Schindler, initially the count which got affected was to the tune of single digit, around 5 to 8 employees. Suddenly, last 2 months, I think we have seen a hockey stick curve. And currently, if I look at, almost more than 80 people are affected because of this crisis of pandemic. While everybody is getting recovered, which is a good sign, but this we thought 2 months before. And then we thought, what is the plan B for me if I am affected? What is the plan for my CEO? What is the plan for my CFO? What is the plan for my branch manager? So then we now have a dedicated resources as plan B for future crises. So God forbid, we are expecting an end to this at the earliest. We are waiting. We are just keeping the fingers crossed for the vaccine to come. But we also have a plan B ready if by any chance the impact is severe in future. So all these activities, I think we as a whole company were on the field, communicating with our teams, our employees, not only to employees, to their families, being present, visible and available. I think that was the best part which I learned in this crisis. If you see, in fact, personally, if you ask me, I've stopped watching news. In fact, I've removed cable from my TV, because I think everywhere what you see is the same story being chewed for 24 hours. You see a lot of demotivating news, which creates a lot of stress. How to be positive? So ways to stay cool in a crisis. Think of today. What is more important? So we also, as a company, we agreed that what is the most important thing for us is our employee health and safety. It is not about the market share. It is not about how much money we are collecting currently from the market. It is not about my overall business, but the first thing is about my employee safety, my employee family safety. So think of today is most important. Focus on the positive, what we are still doing best. So we were in fact celebrating even a small wins across regions during this period. We form a separate group of my leaders, and we ask them to share anything what they feel they are doing best during this period. Get grounded. Don't be in the air. Don't feel that, okay, nothing has happened. Be authentic. Use of data which is showing you. Accept the facts and be in touch with the team. And then, of course, prioritize and focus. So what is the priority currently? As I mentioned, the employee safety, employees' health is the priority. At the same time, we have focusing on the next year, because I think personally, I feel that maybe by next quarter, end of next quarter, vaccine will be out, touch wood, and also things would be back to normal. In fact, if I look at now, with since I have heard all India, we have 4 regions, mainly north, south, west, and east. I think north is largely recovered. Even I think, I'm sure you also would have thought of Delhi is doing absolutely normal, followed by south, and then comes east and west. Major scene I still see in Mumbai, New Bombay, and Pune, where I think we are still not out of this crisis period, but slowly I think we should be coming out of this. These are
Definitely.
something. These are something about crisis, and never let a good crisis go to waste. So what we did, I think, a lot of invention comes into this, and I will touch upon few invention. Being an engineering company, being a R&D innovation lab in India for globally, we had. I think what we did. So initially, if any one of you had seen Schindler Lift, we have a very beautiful glass panel which we used to sell in the market as touch buttons. So pre-COVID era, this touch buttons was our hot selling cake. So while competition, Otis or Kone is giving a push button kind of technology, we used to tell customer, boss, look at our design. These are a feather touch. So everybody used to like that a lot. Suddenly COVID come, and the way on which we were banking upon become absolute. Now people might not be ready to touch some surface. In fact, I read somewhere the elevator buttons have 90% more bacteria than the toilet seat covers. So people may not like to touch landing calls or even the car calls which we give. So in 15 days time flat, Schindler was the company who came with a touchless solution. And now we don't have, we are offering currently in the market where you can, we also work with Google, and now we have a Google device installed in the cabin where you don't have to touch anything. You have to just go inside, say, hey Google, take me to ground floor, and ground floor call will be booked. Hey Google, take me to 10th floor, 10th floor call will be booked. So that's a voice activity command which is there available now. We have a proximity sensor. That means you don't have to touch any surface. You have to just take your finger close to the button and call will be booked. Those are called proximity. And third is, of course, the access card. So you have to just show the access card and the lift will take you to your desired floor. This technology was out in the field in flat 15 days. And we got a good success, especially from the commercial establishment. And now I think since malls are opening up, I will also surely see a success in those areas. So Schindler as a company came out quickly in terms of product also to handle this crisis. With that, I think I would quickly stop here in terms of crisis. I would be available for any questions later. The next part I would be taking is what is Schindler and what you have for yourself when you complete your engineering. So quickly taking you through Schindler it's a global group, presence in more than 100 countries and more than 1,000 branches. Over 66,000 employees. If you can see on this map, these are all the production facility which is shown. We have our headquarters at Switzerland, so it's a Swiss company. And currently the production facilities are available. In fact, in Pune, near Chakan, we have our 50-acre factory. We have another factory in China. We have in Slovakia, one in Switzerland, one in United States, one in Spain, and one in Brazil. Schindler comes, it's a surname basically. So it's a family business and established in 1874. So almost 150 years of legacy. This group carries globally, and this is the current scene. Schindler India, we started on our own in 1998 with zero portfolio. When I say portfolio, means elevators or escalator in our paid maintenance contract. So we started in 1998. It's a greenfield company. That time it was. Strength was 160 even in 2003. I joined this company in 2005 as an entry-level salesperson. And currently we are more than 5,000 employees by 2020. Service portfolio, which was zero in 1998, has reached 75,000. And we are growing at a faster rate compared to overall Indian elevator market. So last year, I think elevator market was close to 70,000 units, and where we were selling around 11,000, close to 11,000 units. So we have a market share of close to 20% in this market. And after 1990, we are the youngest company to have this kind of market share in India. We are currently operating in more than 50 plus major cities across India. Quickly, training center. So this is one which differentiates Schindler than any other competition. We have training centers at Mumbai, Noida, Bangalore, Pune, where we train our installation and maintenance staff. So we typically hire engineers like you, either for installation or maintenance or even sales or our R&D, and we train them in this university. In fact, our university at Chakan has various courses, not only technical, but also managerial. And there we actually generate all the elevator people who serves us after their successful completion of this training period. This is the escalator elevator factory at Chakan. Worth visiting, fully autonomous, 50-acre, ISO 9001 2015 certified, IGBC Platinum certified. We have a test tower also in the same campus. So before we roll out any product in the market, the rigorous testing is done in this test tower, and then the products are out in the field. It's a global R&D center, so we don't only support India operations, but we support in terms of globally. Some few references where we have our elevators. So if you see on the left-hand side, topmost, the Imperial, the Twin Tower, what you see, these were the tallest building in India, maybe a year or 2 years back. 64-storied residential building, where a lot of high net worth people stay, where we have a speed of 6 meters per second. So the tallest building 2 years back, and the fastest elevator as of now is in this. If you see on the extreme right, Residence Antalya, one of the richest residents in the world of Mr. Mukesh Ambani, where we have our own elevators. In middle, you see the maximum high density traffic, Bombay Stock Exchange. Again, a 30-storied plus building, commercial, which takes care of huge traffic. Majority of these pictures are from Mumbai because all the high rises are in Mumbai, predominantly in India. This is the current tallest building. So when I say SD Tower was 2 years back, this is the current tallest building in terms of height in India, Lodha World Towers. Again, it's a mixed residential cum commercial development. Currently 82-storied being cast. If you see the top portion, they are yet to receive the permission. So till this line, I think the building is up and running, 82-storied, and we have again a speed of 6 meters per second. When I say 6 meters, that means in 1 second of time, elevator cabin travels 2 floors. So typically floor height is around 3 meters. So when I say the speed of 6 meters is 1 second and you travel from ground to second. So we have these fastest elevators. So compared to any competition currently, again, if they go up, we also have an open order of speed of 8 meters. That would be again the next fastest elevator in India. Along with this, this is also one of the very prestigious projects in Mumbai, Omkar 1973. I recently heard even Virat Kohli bought a flat here. So you can see these 3 tall towers, and we have almost 100 units in this complex. Again, a very high-rise kind of development. Mumbai International Airport, again, more than 140 units. And GVK, now I think recently that's getting transferred to Adani. But very happy, very satisfied customer. In fact, for New Bombay Airport, we had a kind of right of refusal in the market. So along with this, so this comes under infra development. Convention Center at Calcutta, various metro projects we have. So one is Mumbai Metro, Bangalore Metro, Mumbai Mono, Chennai Airport, Delhi Metro, Calcutta Airport. So when we knew that maybe residential segment is going slow, we diverted our focus to infra project, and that is the reason we started our own escalator factory also at Chakan, and we are the first multinational to have escalator factory. Till maybe 2 years back, lot of dependency was on China, which is now completely in India. So we are also getting good support from the government on Make in India policy. 25 years. So when we started, I say when we started in 1998, by 23 we'll be completing 25 years in India. We want a clear market leadership with 25% of market share. Already we are GPTW certified. That is great place to work. But we want to be amongst top 25. If I ask anybody which is the best company to work for, typical answer I get is Google, Microsoft, Tata, L&T. Why not Schindler? So we want to work in terms of that top 25 companies, and according lot of employee-friendly policies are being worked by HR. So we want best-in-class user experience. So now we are very famous in terms of builders or developers. But what about a common user? There are parts of India where people cannot even pronounce our name properly. They don't call us Schindler. They call us Schneider. They call us Sachindler. So we recently ran a campaign on LinkedIn just to pronounce Schindler perfectly. So we want to reach maximum users, and also we want to know their feedback, what they expect from us, and connected portfolio. So we want all the elevators to be connected internally so that we can have a remote monitoring of these elevators from head office. This is what the vision: bigger, faster, fitter, 25, 25, 25. By 25 years in India, we want 25% of market share, and we want to be amongst top 25 companies. What we have for you, I think there are 2 programs which is clearly I could talk about quickly. This called is Schindler Career Development Program, which is called SCDP, is for maybe graduates like you and also who completes the MBA. This is a global program for global talent. In fact, the eligibility is graduate, preferably engineering, and 2 years of MBA, post which there is an internal assessment, and then if selected, you are recognized as a global talent. What we do here, so these people under this SCDP program, I think they can jump the career ladder very fast compared to other employees in the organization. So this is typically consists of maybe 2 years of Indian assignment, 2 years of global assignment also, and then 2 years of a branch manager kind of leadership position. Post which, so in a span of 6 years or maximum to 8 years, we would like to see this STDP candidates running a PNL show as a regional vice president role. So this is what the purpose of this STDP. And because it's a global program, when you get entitled to be enrolled under this, you also get a global experience. It's not only about working outside the India, but also about meeting talents from China, from US, from Brazil, from Switzerland, from Europe, various parts of the globally. That also can help you in terms of enriching your understanding about overall business. Those, because of age or because of internal assessment, cannot reach through SCDP, we have another program called Schindler Talent Radar, which is internally. When I joined Schindler, because of my age, I could not be part of SCDP, but I was part of STR. So Schindler Talent Radar do not necessarily need an MBA, but it is also how you perform in your function. And we are the company who can provide growth to a great extent, simply because we are young compared to other companies. If I talk about Otis, they are in India since 1950. If I talk about Kone, they are since 1970s. We are the company who are since 1998. Just one second. So I was part of STR, and we preferably want our own teams to grow internally rather than actually taking talent from out. Just one second. Huh?
Sure, no issues.
Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir. It is visible, completely visible.
Okay. Again, in terms of employee initiative, lot of rewards, recognition for employees, lot of engagement activities driven by HR, learning and development. I have not seen people focus what I have seen in Schindler compared to any other organization. I'm not only talking about competition, but also if I look at other organization, I think we have the best university, best technical training center. Flexi working hours, I think, do not have any meaning now. We all are working from home. Again, we are doing a lot of things in CSR, corporate social responsibility, and lot of platform where employee can put their ideas across and can learn and also help the company for getting more ideas compared to other industries. In a short video, what we do and what we have for you. So what exactly we do? I think this is the last slide, 2 minutes video, and then I'm open for question answers.
Yes, sir.
So I think that's all from mine in terms of Schindler as a company, what we did in this COVID pandemic, and I'm open for questions, if any now.
Great, sir. The numbers and the growth you showed is absolutely amazing.
Absolutely.
And
In fact, my employee number was 320 when I joined this company, and currently we have 5,000 employees on board. So you can
Great.
imagine the growth what we have.
Somewhere I feel if the leadership is committed and dedicated, that drips down into the entire organization, sir.
Absolutely. And what I see honestly, because we are young, I think even the employee average age of employee is around 30 in the organization. If you compare the other industries like Siemens or L&T or my earlier company Bharat Bijli, we had an average employee of age of 40 plus. But we want young guys like you who comes with a lot of new ideas. And also that also gives growth potential for you as an employee and for us as an organization.
Perfect, sir. I request students, if they have any questions, you can put them in the chat box, or you can just
Absolutely.
unmute yourself.
I would prefer if you can directly ask me and I will answer you that.
Sir, I had a question that due to this pandemic situation, like everything is changing, nobody really knows what is going to happen. So, like, what do you think? How would the industry change for students like us after this crisis?
Uh, Honestly, Piyush, if you ask me, we have now every industry has got a fair idea of what is the overall impact. In fact, we as a construction industry also by now are sure that maybe 30 to 35% is the impact as of now. If you ask me by Q4, I see a future. In fact, this housing industry, people want houses. Now, last 6 months, nobody has bought. People like me, where I want to invest, I was just holding. Maybe start of next year, I will start going to the developer and getting my house. So similarly, all industry, what is this pile up which has created, will surely by next year is going to resolve. So I see a very positivity from next year. I absolutely don't see any impact in terms of economy for India. And for students like you, I don't think you need to bother. Give your best shot. Have your first thing is what is your priority to do your BE. Okay. So in fact, today I got a WhatsApp message on this engineering day function. To BE or not to BE is not the question. What after BE is the question. So I really like that. So I think complete your course. By that time, everything will be normal. Go out in the field. I think you will do quite well.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Hello.
Anybody else? Yeah.
Good evening, sir. This is Yash Mohite.
Hi, Yash. Yeah.
Sir, so my question to you would be, what does a company like Schindler, like a technology-driven company, look for in its prospective employees? What any specific skills in general?
If you ask me honestly, I was just mentioning, Yash, and thank you for raising that question. So two, three things what we are currently driving. One is clearly diversity. Diversity means not only in terms of whether we are hiring a male candidate or a female candidate, but predominantly we see for that in our kind of business, we are largely driven by male. So approximately 95, 96%, it's a male dominated people, employees in the company or even in this construction industry. So we are hiring more diverse candidates. That's one part. And second part, when I hire personally, I always give preference to young guys like you. I love that because you don't come with any kind of baggage on your shoulder. You are absolutely new for ideas. In fact, I learned a lot whenever I've hired young talent like you, and that's way which we are also looking at. So we want people. We are looking from diversity. We are looking for creativity, and we want people to think out of box, not a conventional way. Because earlier, now you imagine, if I look at even phone, you see so many progress happening. If you look at TV, if I don't remember anybody has a Walkman now, but I used to have that once upon a time, Sony Walkman. It is gone. But if you look at lift or elevator, it is the same old way which was there 40 years back, which is being driven now. So we want to change the way we handle traffic, vertical traffic. So we want people to think out of box. Yes.
And
Sir,
sir, I have one question.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry. You also mentioned the openings for people in management positions. So any specific requirement for that as well?
No, see, our all actions happens in the field. So we want people to sell, we want people to install, we want people to maintain, and we want people to further sales the AMC contract. So all such opportunities are continuously that those are there in the market, because every year we are growing. In fact, we are growing much better than market. And other areas like we want people for R&D, we want people for production. So we have our own plant. So I think every field we have an opportunity. In fact, you have an opportunity. So where your interest lies, in fact, on this Engineers Day, I want to confess that I don't wanted to be an engineer. I seriously don't wanted to be an engineer. Unfortunately, what happened? My father died when I was very young. Maybe when I was past my 10th. My father, actually, my mother was working. We were not a we were a well-to-do family, not a very rich or not a very poor, kind of middle-class family. But when I lost my father, I think I started getting a feeling that I need to work now. Now everything is on my shoulder for no reason, actually. When I look back, and I don't know why I was thinking, and then I wanted to do law. If you ask me, I wanted to be a lawyer. But then I realized that those are the days, I'm talking about 1994, 95, तो भी lawyer होके नौकरी मिलना was next to impossible. So नौकरी मिलने के लिए क्या करना है? Engineering करना है. So I became an engineer. And I was a good engineer, and I got a distinction in my from VJTI, a college like VJTI, but on an electronics engineer. But honestly, it's a shame to speak on Engineers Day. But even a tube light needs to be replaced. My wife does that because I have a kind of BL Theraja Ratta Mar ke pass hua hai. So applied mechanics Ratta Mar ke pass ho. I'm being very honest, candid in front of you guys. So I think sometimes I feel that what is that you want to do? Maybe now you have already taken admission for engineering. Now what do you want to do? You want to do sales. You are good in terms of HR. You are good in terms of R&D. You want to do marketing. You want to do be a production. So think of that. What is your interest? I think on the longer run, that will give you more benefits while looking at a short-term career.
Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Sir, okay.
Yeah.
Pranav.
Hi, Pranav.
Hello, sir. Yeah, I want to ask that how you, as a recruiter, how you think that actually I am a second year student, so now I am currently boosting my skills and my techniques. So how, as a recruiter, you see that the post-pandemic situation, the student or the candidate have that skills, or what the techniques they should gain in after the post-pandemic situation?
So Pranav, I honestly feel as a recruiter, no, I just don't like candidate who just come for the interview without even having any interest. They just want a job. They just want to start. You can, as a recruiter, you can easily distinguish a candidate which is looking for a serious career with you, or candidate who's looking only to you as a stepping stone. Okay, today I need a job, maybe 30,000. I'm okay. I'm ready to join, and then I will see later. We can clearly distinguish that. So a candidate who are very serious knows when they come for an interview at Chandler, they ask relevant questions. It's not only we asking them. End of the day, we ask them, do you have any questions? And they really, I can see that some candidates are well prepared for the interview. They're very clear what they want to do, maybe after 5 years down the line. And accordingly, they're choosing. So typically, I'll always ask this question. So suppose I'm recruiting for a sales position and a candidate like you are sitting, and I deliberately ask the candidate that currently I don't have anything sales, but I have something in production. Are you okay? Or I have something in design. Are you okay? If a serious guy would rather wait to get that if he want to do a career in sales, but a guy who just want anything in hand will jump on that opportunity. So I feel take some time. If you are really not so desperate, I think find the right opportunity for you. It is not about designation. It is not about salary as your first job. Look at what is the work profile. Look at the organization. Look at the culture. Is that exciting you? If the answer is yes, then only go for interview. Otherwise, you're wasting your time as well as the company employees' time also.
Sir, I have a following question for that.
Please. Yeah.
Sir, you switched from the technical background to the HR background in Bharat Bijli. So
Yeah.
how viable or easy or difficult is it now
I'll tell you honestly. In fact, that's also. So I didn't do my MBA very openly. I did my engineering. I joined Bharat Bijli. It was a campus interview again. And honestly, I was actually, why I'm telling you now, because I was desperate. Even though my mother was working that time, I wanted a job. So technical trainer job, I said, okay, done. What is the stipend? This is the stipend. Graduate apprentice, nothing like it. I joined the company. I was very good employee. In fact, whatever I was doing good. But then in 4 years' time, I got bored. I thought, what I'm doing here, this technical training, same lectures, delivering across India, nothing. It was not exciting. And then I wanted to resign because I got another opportunity that time. But when I went to my vice president HR, he don't wanted to lose an employee like me. So he said, why you are getting bored? Is that the only issue? I said, yes. Then why don't you join me in HR? So I said, boss, I don't have any HR qualification. Both are not required. Your maturity, your understanding is quite good. I think I can groom you. So without any HR background, I started my HR career. That was also a turning point because that gave me lot of time to interact with various people, which actually enriched me that time.
Right.
Again, honestly, 5 years of my HR career, 4 years my technical training, and again saturation came, and then वो sales का कीड़ा चालू हुआ मेरा मन में. So I went back to him. I said, sir, sales करना है. बोलते पागल है, don't go for it. I said, why? मैं बोला, it's getting monotonous. बोलते Shailesh, that is not your cup of tea. Imagine a guy who was a VP HR that time and who served Bharat Bijli for almost 25 years plus, knew me so well. He told me that is not your cup of tea. I said, boss, but मुझे करना है because I want to do something different. He said, if you go back, there won't be coming back because I will be hiring a replacement. Without any sales background, I opted to go to sales. Unfortunate part is when you are in training or HR, every person comes to you. Being in sales, I was going, वो दर दर भटकता है ना, तो I was given New Bombay area. First 3 months, disaster. मैं कस्टमर के पास जाके टेक्निकल ट्रेनिंग का ज्ञान देता था. They were not at all interested in that. And पहला महीना 0 order, second month 0 order, third month 0 order. My confidence was gone so down. That time my wife had left her job. My mother has taken VRS. I was the only earning member in my family. With my small daughter, every day I used to feel like, अरे आज ऑफिस जाना है, नहीं जाना है. I was thinking, मैं आज क्या reason दूं? So that's also one learning I learned. I just kept the patience on. And then after 3 months time, my first order came as an elevator in Kharghar. Even today, I go to that building, I can see that attachment of that because that is my first sales order in my career. When that started, 9 महीने में मैंने 100 lifts बेचा न्यू बॉम्बे में. And then I moved to Schindler. So again, I did not give up. That is what again my one advice to you guys. There would be challenging times. Don't lose that confidence on you. Have patience. Things will change.
Sir, I was always perplexed that, have you stated that you have 5,000 employees under your guidance?
Yeah.
So I would imagine that it will be hard enough in normal situations. But can you tell that how did you manage all that workforce in the crisis situation?
So Piyush, while we have a 5,000 employees, we have a structure. So we have areas, we have branches, we have branch manager who has their installation head, sales head, maintenance head. So there are verticals. So and this branch manager report to regional vice president. They in turn report to me. So if you ask me, I have a reporting of regional vice president, and Hyderabad we have a special focus branch from these two branch managers. But what we do for our employee connect, in fact, I'll share some of the few good things we do as a company. So pre-COVID, I was hardly in office. As I mentioned, I always travel. I always go to branches, and not even in branch office, I always go to field. So sites. So आज मेरा से विवियाना मॉल में लिफ्ट चालू है और पुणे का बात करूं तो अमर टेक पार्क में हमारा इंस्टॉलेशन चालू है. I will visit that site. I will meet my installation team there. I will have lunch with them. I will understand. So that kind of emotional and personal touch we have at all levels. I will try to meet. So suppose I come to Pune. So it won't be a one-day visit. I will stay back at Pune. In the evening, I will meet at least 20 employees for dinner. And these are basically 20 talents from Pune branch. So I would like to know from them. They are from different departments, from finance, HR, installation, sales, and I will get an overall perspective. What are the challenges they are facing? What we need to do? So I get a lot of ideas also, and my job is to implement those ideas. So that's the way we get connected. In the current COVID area, in fact, I was very frustrated here. The guy who was every week traveling, 4.5 5 से I am stuck at home. I am married for almost 22 years. So you can imagine that pain. So you have to be with your wife 24/7. But we are still, so that's also a learning I am getting through. But I think overall we could manage this entire scenario quite well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anybody else? Okay, so I think Akshay, that was quite learning for me also, knowing about VIIT and MESA. So thank you so much for this opportunity.